Well, let me start the recording. All right, so welcome to our peek behind the apron. And I'm so glad you guys are able to join us tonight. I know when you're thinking about Pampered Chef, like you have a lot of questions and concerns. And so hopefully this will help you just get a little more background about the company. And then, like I said, we'll do a Q&A at the end and answer any questions you might have. So let me just go over to my little keynote here, or yeah, PowerPoint. All righty, so this is the part where my mouse doesn't work and I can't. All right, can you guys see the whole screen okay? Because on my end I get blocked by things, but you can see it okay? Yes. Okay. All righty, so just to give you a little of our background, we are actually starting the 42nd year with the Pampered Chef. So this slide's actually a year and a half old. So in 2020, we celebrated our 40th anniversary. And this picture on the left is Doris Christopher doing one of her first cooking shows at the very beginning of the business. It's been really exciting for me personally. This is my 28th year with the Pampered Chef. And so to be part of this company, since it was actually a very small company, and to see it grow into what it is now has been really exciting. But what's really neat to me is that our vision and our purpose has never changed. The vision of families around the world knowing the joy and rewards of gathering together at mealtime, and the purpose of enriching lives one meal and one memory at a time. That has been Doris's vision from the beginning, and something that is still every product that is introduced is brought in with those two things in mind. So just a little background on Doris. She was actually a home ec teacher who started this business in her basement as a way to bring in income for her family, while not having to like work for someone else, go back to her full-time job. So she started this in her basement in Chicago in 1980, in the midst of that very deep recession. So some of us remember those years, and started this just because she saw a need and thought, why not fill it? She has become one of the, if not the leading female entrepreneur, certainly in this industry, right up there with people like Mary Kay from Mary Kay Cosmetics, and built this company into something quite extraordinary. And she's still around. We still get to see her quite often, which is really fun. So why Pampered Chef? Because, there's a lot of other companies out there you could choose to work with. So let me just talk to you a little bit about kind of overall and then some specific things. So obviously it's flexible. You choose your hours, you choose your own goals and your journey. And that 70% of our consultants, I actually think that number is low. I think it's higher than that, but at least 70% are fitting Pampered Chef, their business around another job, usually another full-time job, and usually also while raising kids and just all the busy, so that's one of the great appeals to this. But it's not just about that. And I love this quote from one of our directors from Illinois. He says, it's not about the things that we have because of Pampered Chef, but the experiences and friendships that we make. And on the right of the screen, you'll see 5 different things that might mean something to you. So I want to just want you to think about what of these 5 might mean the most to you. Discovering a sense of belonging, building up your own confidence. Hold on a second. This is where I can't see my screen. Whoops, we went back. Okay, so if I might quote this wrong because literally half the words are blocked, finding a way to get out of that day-to-day routine, getting back a little of your time, and getting the support that you might need. Hold on a second, I need to admit someone. Hopefully that will work. Hold on, I'm just gonna have to get out of screen share for a second. Maybe. This is always tricky with when I have a PowerPoint going. There we go. Okay, I need to admit somebody. Oh, and now I can read the words, get back a little me time. I will tell you that was why I started. When I started, I had 3 young children at home and I just needed adult conversation. So everybody has their own thing. And maybe one of these you identify with them, maybe more than one, but just think about that for a minute. Okay, so obviously you love the product, so you wouldn't be here. And this is actually one of the number one reasons people join, is because you love the products and you want a discount. So you will start as a new consultant with 20% off at any time. But I'm going to tell you right now that that's the discount you'll use the least likely, because there are going to be opportunities for you to get things as much as 50% off in your first, not just in your first months in the business, but then ongoing. Every new season, we have the opportunity to purchase all the new spring products or fall, whatever season, at half price. But you can also earn them for free every season. So you can earn them, you can buy them at half price, you can do both. And it's a great way to fill your kitchen with our products. As a new consultant, you also will have the opportunity to earn products through our rewards program, which we'll go over in a minute. And then every month they are giving us something. Maybe it's a new product, maybe it's something to go along with your business, like a business supply. This month we are earning the grocery totes, with the Pampered Chef logo on them. And the next month there's a matching refrigerated bag to take your groceries, used for grocery shopping. So always fun stuff that they give us just for doing our jobs. And at the bottom, you see here, it says, why Pampered Chef? Top-notch tools with a great guarantee that you can believe in. I can't see it, so I hope I quoted that right, but you get the idea. It's a company that has stood the test of time. Alrighty, so the number one reason people start outside of those free products or the discounted products is to earn some extra income. And there's all different levels of that. It might just be starting to get some extra money. That was why I started. I wanted just a little extra cushion in our budget so that we could get pizza and have a movie night and not wonder, have to take it out of the grocery bill or something, it was just to fund that little extra. A lot of people then, might graduate, or you might start with a specific idea of paying off a bill, maybe student loan or a car loan or something like that. Maybe it's something more significant, like actually making the car payment, making the house payment. And you can do that, and you get to decide how big you want to build this. And then you might want to do what I've done, which is make it a career and have it really be a substantial income. And I'm just going to put a little aside on here. And you'll see here that commission starts at 20%, it goes up to 27%. Those numbers, let me give you numbers you can really get your head around. The average consultant, the average party, company-wide is about $550, $600, kind of depending on the month, which means the minimum average on a party is about $100 per party. So you do a virtual party, you earn $100 on average, but it can go up from there. And it is based on your sales per month. And that's, something we'll talk about later, but here's what I really want you to hear. This is such an incredible opportunity to decide what you want and how much you want to earn, and you get to affect that. My husband was laid off at the beginning of this month, and I can't imagine any other job where I could go. I mean, there isn't another job. I could go to my boss and say, I need a 20% raise to cover the difference in our, while he's on unemployment until he finds another job. Where else can you do that, right? But when you have a business like this, you can decide, okay, you know what? I just need to do more shows this month. And then you do the work and you get the shows on your calendar, and the money comes in, and you get to decide. That piece is so incredible. I cannot say enough about how grateful I am for that part of this business. So here's just a little video that hopefully you can hear it okay.
Plate, why not get more out of mealtime? As a Pampered Chef consultant, you'll make the time you spend in the kitchen work for you to help support your life your way. You'll share tips, recipes, and tools when and where you want to make mealtime a win from start to finish. It doesn't matter if you're a great cook or just getting started. You'll get the support you need and learn as you go. Be a consultant and get more out of mealtime.
All right. I love that little video because I can tell you a story about pretty much every person in there, including the girl who was putting the pizza on the pizza peel with the pizza peel. She's so cute. Anyway, all right. So there's two ways to earn with Pampered Chef. The obvious is selling products. The second is team building. So the first way, which is where most people start, is by doing the party. So of course, in-person parties, if you're comfortable doing that, that is very much a personal choice right now. Virtual parties, which I will tell you was already scaling significantly long before COVID hit. And the thing that's really great about virtual parties is that you can do them anywhere with anyone, as long as they have a US shipping address. And it's like that opens up a much larger market than how far you're willing to drive. Okay. So virtual parties are incredible. Catalog shows,
Watching the Pampered Chef Zoom
online
thing.
orders, and then just personal website sales. And then we also have gift and wedding registries available. So that's number one. Number two is building a team. And I will tell you that in your first 90 days in business, if you decide that you want to, oh, good, Deanna's here. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here again. Come on. Nope. Oh, sorry. This is just one thing that for whatever reason, Zoom is really snarky about. Did we get Deanna in here? Deanna, where'd you go? All right, well, I'm gonna have to keep this downsized and hopefully she'll get back. Let me just message her real quick. Okay, so building a team is something that new consultants are kind of like, I don't know, and you don't have to worry about that. If this is something you decide you want, I work with you, okay? Or your director works with you, whoever invited you. And so don't let that scare you. It's actually really fun to start with a friend. And then it's also a way to bring in some residual additional income on your sales. All right, let's see if we can play again. All right, every year you can earn a trip with the Pampered Chef. And if Deanna does make it on, she's gonna tell you, she earned the trip we earned in 2021, she earned the first level in the first 4 months of the year. So it is not one of these pie in the sky things. I have earned a trip every single year since I started the business all those years ago, just by doing my job. You know, honestly, I just did my job and all of a sudden I'd earned a trip. So it just is, it is not a pie in the sky. It is very achievable if it's something you want. And this year we can earn a trip to either La Quinta, California, which is that old, very historic, beautiful resort, or to Cancun. So I don't know about you, but I am so ready to go sit on a beach and have somebody bring me cocktails. So great way to take a vacation. So speaking of everyone loving the products, we do have the 3 different kits available and you get to decide which one is best for you. It is so up to you and it's very personal. Some people, like, especially if you already have a kitchen full of Pampered Chef products, then, you know, maybe you don't need the big kit, but the big kit is a really great value. So many options, you get to decide. But this month we have the $25 kit. And this is really a special opportunity because while it doesn't come with any products, for just $25, you get everything else. You get all the training, you get your personal website, you get access to all the various things within our website. And then you also have the opportunity to earn all of the new consultant rewards for just $25. I mean, you can hardly take a family of 4 to McDonald's for $25 anymore. Come on. Sorry. See if I can get her in. There she is. Okay. So how to get started. Pick a kit. And make sure you're signing up with whoever invited you. That's basically all it is. It takes literally less than 5 minutes to order your kit. You can do it right from your phone or from your tablet or your laptop, whatever is easier for you. And here's the thing that I want to remind you of. When you decide to give Pampered Chef a try, it's just that. It's giving it a try. It's not signing up for a year, or it's not even signing up for 6 months. It is trying it out for a couple of months. In the first 90 days, and I think the next slide is going to show you, you can earn all kinds of products, including that beautiful knife block set, for free, just by meeting the new consultant rewards. And you'll also be earning commission on top of that. So when you earn what's on the left side of the screen, you'll also have earned a minimum of $1,000 in commission. And we are heading into the new season. So you're going to have the opportunity to get the new spring products at half price as a consultant if you want. And there's just so much more. I mean, this is just literally the tip of the iceberg of things that you can earn. Oh, so Deanna, perfect timing, my friend. So let me get out of the screen share and introduce you to my friend Deanna on the right here. And if you are not in speaker view, you might want to go there just so you can see her lovely face. So, oops, where did Deanna go? There she is. All right, there you are. So Deanna, I'm trying to think, you've been with Pampered Chef just a little over 4 years now?
It'll be 4 years in September, so like 3.5 probably.
3.5 years. Oh my goodness. That makes it even crazier. And Deanna lives near Altoona, Pennsylvania, and is the mom of 4 very rambunctious children and wife to a great guy named Joe. And Deanna, can you just share a little bit of your story?
Sure. So I always start with this because it's funny. Looking back, I went to my first Pampered Chef party pregnant, and I only went for the fajitas. Like, I left my wallet in the car and everything. And I walked in and I found out we had to watch her make the fajitas. So I'm like, great. But as soon as she started like doing her thing, I fell in love. And it was Linda. So she is also a stay-at-home mom. And that was something I had a huge goal for. Like, that's what I love about Pampered Chef. It can support you in whatever goals you have. It might not be as big as mine, like to replace a full-time income, but maybe it is. And just, it wasn't last year, but the year before, or what was it, 2020 or 21?
2020.
That I quit my job?
No, 2021. It was just last year. Yeah.
Okay. I was able to quit my full-time job. I replaced that income, and now Pampered Chef is our full income for our whole family while my husband is going to school. And it's just, I just love everything about it. Like, it's helped me grow personally and professionally, and like my mindset has grown. This has been like a huge blessing for me. But I do want to say this. I was not sure at first because I've never done anything like this before. And I have never been like the type of person that would like stand in front of people. And this was before like virtual shows were like huge. But I was like, okay, so I'll buy this kit. The kits are like 80% off. I mean, the $25 kit this month is awesome, but I wanted that big one. So I got the big kit. And it came, and I was like, okay, well, if I, literally do nothing, at least I have all these awesome products at 80% off. So there's no catch. So I'm like, okay. So I started getting into it, and I found out it was a good fit for me, and have just been growing since. And I love it so much. And I'm just so excited what the future holds.
Thanks, Deanna. Thank you so much. So first of all, I do want to share, Deanna, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to share that Deanna does not have cancer. She just has I never say about it. Is it alopecia?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you familiar with alopecia, so my husband actually asked me in the car today, Deanna, he's like, is she okay? Because he saw us talking. I was like, yeah, she's fine. I'm so used to it. I don't think about it anymore. But
I always throw it out there. I'm like, if you're wondering where my hair is, I lost a bet. No, I'm like, no, Like I have alopecia, and then I go over to a guest, and I'm like, it is contagious. I'm like helps break the ice. So
That's so great. That's so great. Well, people are always asking, so I always feel like it's just best to address the elephant in the room and just say, she's okay. She's really fine. So anyway, I have loved watching Deanna go from that. I mean, you were working 50 hours a week at a shoe factory. And sometimes when Deanna shares her story, she'll talk about, she's got a high school education and she never really thought she'd ever be able to do anything else besides work at that shoe factory. And instead, and watching you grow, I will say that, I swear this industry is like the best personal development you can be in, because you just learn so much about yourself as you grow it. All right, so let me just go back to my slide thing here. I think the only thing, and I'm not going to share the screen anymore because it's kind of just, images that say things that I can read to you. And really, this is the last slide says, why not you and why not now? You won't know until you try this out. I love to tell the story that was shared with me about like when your kids come to you and they say to you, Mom, I want to play soccer. And I had a daughter, one of my daughters, who came to me with that one day. And this girl, not an athlete, okay, not an athlete, but she wanted to play soccer. And it was hysterical to watch her because she's a dancer. And so she literally would run across the soccer field like a dancer, and she looked like a gazelle. I mean, the other moms would just be like, it was hysterical. She was not good at it, but she wanted to do it. And so we let her play for a season. And when your kid comes to you and says, Mom, I want to try it out, and you're thinking, not really, but you let them, right? Whether it's play the clarinet or join the soccer team or take dance lessons when they're a klutz or whatever it is. It's the same thing. Give yourself permission to try it out. You're not signing up for a lifetime of Pampered Chef. All you're doing is ordering a kit to try it out. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. I remember turning around at my table at that very first show I ever did when I was terrified, thinking, you know what, if this doesn't work out, all this stuff goes in my kitchen and I'm a happy girl. So there's really no risk. I know it sounds like too good to be true. And I'm that person who's like, if it sounds too good to be true, then I really don't trust it. But you guys know me, trust me. I'm not going to mislead you. And Pampered Chef is if there's one thing we're known for, it's integrity. So that's why they make it so easy to try it out. They want you to just not have to make a huge investment, give it a try. And the worst thing that happens is you find that you do or you don't like it, but you just don't know if this might be that thing that is going to really bring some great joy into your life. So, alrighty. So it is time to open the floor for Q&A. So I would love to hear like what you're curious about, what you might have questions about. And while you are unmuting or throwing your question in the chat, I'm going to put the names of our guests in the spinning wheel here so we can do our door prize drawing. So we've got Shannon. Deanna, are Megan and Dawn your guests? You're muted, my dear. I can't hear you. You're still muted.
sorry.
That's okay.
I heard you and then it didn't trigger until a minute. Megan's with me. I'm not sure about Dawn.
Okay. Well, I'll put her in the spinning wheel anyway. All right. So what kind of questions you guys have? I know the one I hear the most is, how do you get bookings? Deanna, do you want to address that one? I'll just put that elephant out in the room as well.
Oh, yeah. So you just start with like your personal friends and family. My very first party was with my sister. And then you just you get bookings from those, and then that's how you branch out. And I hear another thing I hear all the time is, oh, I know someone that's a consultant, so this area is covered. My mom and my sister joined my team. So there's definitely lots of like room to go around. So you're definitely fine on that.
The two statistics I'd love to share on that is, one, there is still only one Pampered Chef consultant for approximately every 5 million people in the US. So one consultant if you take total consultants and divided into the US population, it's 1 for every 5 million. So my question is, how many of those 5 million do you want? And the second thing is that there was a time back in the day that, I mean, virtual parties weren't even thought of yet, that I live at the end of a 5-mile road from town. So at the bottom of the hill in town, I had a director, and then halfway up, literally 2.5 miles, we had another director, and then there was me. And between the three of us, in my little town of 9,000 people, we did $175,000 a year, just the three of us, not including our teams. So that's how powerful our product is. And so Kathy McGinnis, you can understand this because you live near me. So I live at the end of Spencer Hill Road, and we had somebody right down by the post office, and then someone right by Spencer Crest Nature Center. The three of us, I mean, in Corning, and this was like 15 years ago. So the market is huge. It's just huge. There's so much potential. So, all right. So if we can fix the bookings problem that everyone's afraid of, what other questions do you guys have, if any? And if you don't have any questions, I'm going to ask you to throw into the chat on a scale of 1 to 10, how you're feeling about whether or not you want to give this a try. So 1 would be, no, I don't think it's for me, and that's okay. And then 10 being, I'm ready to order my kit tonight. So where are you in that scale? So we know how we can best help you.
I think Kathy had a question.
Oh, Kathy, yes.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm
Okay.
pretty
Oh,
comfortable.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm loving your cute
That's
doggy.
fine.
Is he a golden doodle?
Yeah, a mini golden doodle.
Aw.
I have 2. They're sisters.
I have a golden doodle grand dog here in Virginia, but he's downstairs. So
Yeah. This is Molly.
this is Molly. Okay, Shannon is a 7. All right, well, while we're waiting for everyone else, I'm going to do our spinning wheel.
She's on my team.
Dawn is on your team. Okay, I thought maybe. And
I was
Kathy-
one of my friends, but I wasn't sure.
All right. And Shannon, you've won the door prize. Woohoo! All right. I might actually be able to hand deliver this to you, my friend. Only I probably can't today or tomorrow. Because it's in Corning, but I'm like so close. But I have a piece, actually a couple different new products. So I will contact you separately, and you can pick which one you want. Okay. But to all of you who joined us live tonight, I am going to send you just a thank you cookbook for joining us and being part of this session. I know people are afraid to ask questions, but I don't want to keep this going. If you've had your questions answered,
You can put it in the chat if you don't want to come off.
yeah. But is there anything else? And Shannon, this is not to put you on the spot. This is just to help me understand. So you're at a 7. What would bring it closer to 10? What's the thing that's filling the gap there? Oh, Kathy, that's a really good question. So the $25 kit is available through midnight on January 31st. Do not wait until midnight on January 31st to order it. You know, obviously, the sooner you get it ordered, the sooner we can get you up and into training. And I will tell you, our team, Pampered Chef, has phenomenal training built into their website. And then we absolutely just, you know, as a team, are going to come around you, and I will be working with you really closely for the first several weeks. So
Weeks? That's it? Weeks? Like longer than weeks, right?
huh?
Longer than weeks.
Well, yes.
Oh.
But the first couple of weeks, I will totally annoy you with like every day saying, how you doing? How you doing? How can I help? Okay, so. All right. Oh, Shannon, you're going back and forth between 2 things and trying to figure it out. Okay. Okay. So that sounds like a conversation that we will have on the side. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to stop the recording because